All right, let's see. All right. I don't actually have, well, I can get the numbers if you put it that way for you. I will do that shortly, old man. But what I did was I went into the map and I dumped a little bit of each product into the map again. So one way we can get the numbers though is we go to the foliage. We'll get him the numbers for anybody that needs to do it. Terrain detail height. Control R. Coal is 3 and 4 now. I realize that 7, 8, 9, and 10 are all pile types. I started off with 7 and then added 8, then added 9, then added 10. That's why there's 4 layers. So just 3 and 4 for coal. Over here, is that gravel? I want to make sure. Gravel is 1, 3, and 4. You might have to play it back if I go too fast. 3 and 4 for coal, gravel, 1, 3, and 4. Ore is 0, 1, 3, 4, and 5. 0, 1, 3, 4, 5. That is not stone anymore. Oh, I gotta put something there. There's nothing there. I gotta fill that one in still. Sand is 0, 3, 4. And my salt is 1, 2, 3, 4. Just make sure that your density map height file is the same order as Dave's, otherwise it will be off. Yes, make sure you put your density map, yeah, height types in that same order, and you'll be okay. I do have one more mine to fill. I guess I will make another coal or at some point. But I think that's it, right? Did I miss any? Sand, gravel, salt, coal, ore. There's only 5 now, and that was the 5. Um, as long as you stay with that order, you'll be okay. Oops, I just clicked on the whole map. Silt buying station. And my order was pretty much very close to the. Let's see, do I have it still open? Let me save my map deed items before I forget. Da da da. I density map height type order is coal, sand, gravel, ore, and salt. Coal, sand, gravel, ore, then salt. Those are the 5 in that order, and you'll be good. Good question there, by the way. You got to get that right. So once that is centered up, silt buying station, we're going to add another one with these coordinates. Shift Control C. Oh, actually, we got to do that after. Back to my items XML. No, map DE items. We are going to have to put them into my save game after this. So we're going to copy this line, put another silt buying station with the only thing we need to change on that is my position, which we copy from here with Shift Control C in any of the translation boxes. Back over to here and Control V. We have our position for silt buying station number 2 added. I'm going to throw number 3 up here. We're going to have 3 of them. And we are going to just get the new coordinates for number 3 when we move this trigger one more time over to the third station over here, which is this one right here. So these nozzles that people were wondering why they are there will now have a use. You can buy silt from them in the next map update, which will be when you're looking for your silt, all you people that just bought all the ponds because you thought they were going to be useful, ha, they're going to be great for ice skating. That's about it. All right, and grab the coordinates, Shift Control C, back over here, adding it to the bottom of my items XML file. Rotation doesn't matter on this because it's all squared off. So we have our map.de items, silt stations added, but what we don't have is them in my save game file. So if you want to continue a save game, you got to pretty much do the same thing you did with the lime buying station and copy the 3 silt stations into your save game item XML, and you are going to do that by going down all the way to, you'll see each item in here has an ID. Go to the bottom of your item file. You'll see the last ID is 120. We're going to drop in 3 of these right here, and we're going to put an ID equals quotation mark 121 end quote, because we're putting into my current save game if this works well. Control V. I'm going to put another one here, and we'll change these to 122 and 123. So they should appear. You don't want to duplicate any of your item numbers or you'll get an error. So right after the last item, which is a bale at 120, we added 121, 22. Yours will be different. Whatever your last item number is, just add one and put those 3 buying stations into there. Let's remove my trigger because we don't need it in the map. Let's save the map. So I'm going to go into my current save game without seasons running. I wonder what would happen in my current save game if I turned seasons on. I'd lose all my crops and stuff I've been planting, but I want to go in the way it was without seasons running and make sure I have my lime silo back working and my silt is purchasable from the ports. And if that's the case, then this thing is ready to continue on, and hopefully you guys can convert your save games over when you get the update to seasons if you want to as well. And you're probably going to want to do this just because I think all the future versions are going to be using this. Unless you want to start over, we're going to try to keep it to one version so I don't have 10 different maps to update down the road. Right, saved up. Let's start the game up. Any problems, old man, just give me a buzz on Facebook and I'll try to help you if you run into anything. And I'm not here. Save game 2. Seasons should be off. Yes, it is. Let's start it. See if we've got some seasons, non-season map that I can continue my game on with. That is the key. Once I add the extra crops to seasons, can it be renamed for custom use on the map? I'm not sure if it can or not. Sometimes it breaks things if you rename it. They used to have a separate seasons file that you could use, but yeah, you can do it right in the seasons mod. And I would like to rename it PV underscore seasons mod or something. Well, you got to try it and see if it works. That's really it. If it doesn't break anything, then you're good. I haven't renamed it yet, but sometimes written into the scripts it checks for the actual mod name. I don't know if they did that this time around. But a good question that I still have yet to find out. All right. I should have lots of different things. I don't really. I have stone. I do have one empty mine I gotta fix, which is pretty easy. I'll have to find it later. And I gotta update the mini map as well. Oh, that's the. I'm gonna have to spread some lime. Let me spread a little bit while we're checking things out. Get some room in my spreader so I can go down and check that. We'll let him go, and we will go to my boat and hit one of the ports. Let's see which boat's closer. Ah, this one's coming into the central port. And we'll see if we can now buy silt, because we have no silt on the map. I'm not going to buy a lot because I'll be poor. But we should be able to buy it and then move it. I will have to make sure we can offload it at the ports. I might have to add it in as a... I don't know if it stores at the other ports or not. Something I got to check. Because if we're going to be grabbing it with the boat and bringing it to the different ports to distribute to the trains, to the farms or whatever, then we're going to need to have a place. So round in the corner, heading for home. Then we're going to get into our seasons mask. We'll get a little bit of that. I just want to check this out, make sure these changes are good before I continue on. I am not running seasons on this, but I did remove silt and stone. So you might see stone in your menu as a sell point type, but because it is in the map, you just right now we're not using it. I'm going to leave it there until we have stone come back in some fashion, hopefully. Want to get as much of this done before we get global company, because it's going to be switched over to that mode. We may come back and revisit this down the road and may add more custom things. We'll see how far we can get, but I definitely, like old man, want to do different things with our crops so they're not all in seasons showing up the same growth states. Now, this was just a sell point. Now it will be a purchase point too. It should be when we get up here. Ooh, stop the boat. Stop the boat. Back up. I went too far. I didn't slow down fast enough. Alright. So, it only has one product. And it's not filling. Do I have to put it on the right? Let's try that one. What's going on? Is there something wrong with my buying point? Or am I broke? It's trying. It's there. Da da da. Warning, unknown field type material utility on create material. Oh, we've got that back in there. Let me go out and see. Yeah, it acts like it's empty, is right. But it isn't. It should be a sell point. Um, Probably should have tried it with a new save game first. I could be rather than my continued save game. Let me check and see if there's a few unzipped mods. Yes, I know about those. I hope I'm not having. You know what I think that's from is I added into my fill type the snow and then I removed it. So I'm pretty sure that's what those errors are, but also I got to take it back out of my fill plane material holder because it doesn't need to be in the map. It's another one of those tests I was doing earlier. All right, let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna try it on a new save game. Oh, does the barge hold silt as a product? Probably not. We have to. That's a good question. I'm betting you right now that I have to do some silo switching around. Um, you are correct, sir. We are going to have to make some changes here. So, what we need to do is go to. That is what it is. I forgot. We are moving basically because silt is no longer a quarry product. We have to do some changes in the fill type XML file. Let's see. Pleasant Valley XML, fill types XML, edit with Notepad. You will notice that silt is a. All right, we got to check these out. Silt is a bulk category. It is not going to be in the quarry silo anymore. So I'm going to take it off of that. And it is going to be, make sure it's in train wagon. That would be silt. Yeah, it is in this, it is there. Let's see where else we have it. It has to be put into the farm silo though. We're going to put it into the farm silo now. Because we're moving it off of the quarry silo into the farm silo. So we'll make those changes. The boat itself should be loading the train wagon, and it is in there as a fill type. So that should be okay. Did I mess up? Let me go to my log file. Where is it? It's usually always open here. The quick way to find something in the log file is to search for error. Can't load resource. Data shared default normal JPEG. Um, okay. My new Silt trigger might have some shared resources in it, which is kind of weird. Let me go to my buying stations, Silt buying station. Yeah, see all that? We want to go all this out of there and just put dollar data shared default normal. That could have been all that was causing it because it couldn't load the image file. And let's see if that takes care of it. My Silt buying station. We will see. If I jump in the barge quick enough, it should be right near the where we want to go. Save game 2. And I should have saved before I did this because now I gotta start spraying lime to make room in my lime spreader again to check the lime trigger. I noticed that I was still getting fertilizer out of both of them the other day when I think it was day before yesterday that I was just, yeah, we're pulling right up there. Let's see if it works now. Cough button, where are you, cough button? There we go. Nope, it's still doing a bleep, 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 bleep. Not filling it up at all. That's kind of weird. We're getting this filled trigger though. I have to figure that one out. It might be added. Let me try it on a clean save game. I might have added something into mine. The trigger should show there, that's for sure. But I want to see if it's something that I might have messed up. Did I have to change on a new save game? It might work. Save game 3, new farmer. Continue. No seasons test. Start. It's like has the trigger, it's just not selling it. I probably got another error in there. Let's see. Anything pops up. Yes, the 16X gets the barge update for sure. Had a couple warnings. Actually, the barges are already in there. Not the latest version of the barge, but they are in there already. I put them in there without the cabin. All right, so we got a snow. I got to remove that from my fill plane material holder. That is the error that's popping up. Unknown fill type snow. I added it in, didn't know if it would help. I didn't remove it. In, open, R. No, okay, we still got a problem purchasing silt from my thing, but it could be the fill plane material holder getting messed up. Let's go and remove that from mine because it's not needed there. The seasons mod loads it up automatically. I was just trying to see if it would help me any in all my 3-4 hours of trying to get this thing figured out. I put in my fill plane material holder, which could be messing everything up. Down below, we have snow, and I don't need snow in there anymore. So don't have it in your own. My silt is still there, but that could have been throwing it off. I'm going to save it without snow. Give it another go. Because that's the only thing I'm showing in my log. Could be something in my XML file or something. We'll check it out. We will update the 16X with the barges and several of the other changes that we made. However, it's not going to get seasons. Just letting you know right now. I don't think it will honestly be able to switch seasons comfortable. I know that he made the last 16X seasons compatible. Uh, Jay, yeah, when he did it over, but we don't have. I don't think it'll handle on 19 with all the factory stuff coming in the way that it's going to be coming. We'll have to see. It's not one of my main concerns. If I get it running on this map, that'd be cool. Already we can freeze over the ponds. That's no problem. We can make them ice, but we don't want to make the river ice or we will need an ice breaking boat. So the rivers will stay unfrozen. And I have to do a couple tests with the snow mask as well, which hopefully we'll get to that soon. I just want to get these triggers going. We got to do a snow mask, which is, I'm just curious on if I mask off with the snow mask so it doesn't go onto my ores. If I could, I just got to make sure the ores or the whatever still work, the sand, gravel, and that stuff, the quarry products. Come on, load up. It's trying. There we go. First time load always takes a little bit. Quick, get into the boat before it gets past my port. Whoa, stop! Stop the boat! Oh, we got there in time. Nope, I'm getting nothing. Why is that? Okay, something's messed up. Let me see something. Oh, I got seasons on. Well, that's interesting. Seasons is on. I thought I started it without seasons, but I didn't. All right, there's something going on with my little triggers I put in there. They're there, but they're not working correctly. I probably misspelled something. Let's see. First, let's check the error log out. Make sure there's nothing else. No errors in the error log. We go to my Silt buying station i3D. That should be fine. My Silt station XML. Fill type Silt. Fill types Silt. Buying station. My items XML. Those are added in to my save game. And map directory placeable buying stations. Make sure I got it spelled right. Silt Station XML. I don't know why it's loading silt buying station I3D. Just make sure I don't have any miss. And why are you not working? Anybody see anything? My fill type is silt. Price scale 0.5. Infinite capacity true. Auto start true. Unless my scaling up the trigger on that one messed up. I don't see any. Oh, do I have to add the silt station into the... That could be it. To the... I always forget that. Mod description file. I might need to add that in here. Do we have the... I don't think it had to be though. We don't have the fertilizer one in there or the seed buying station. So I am at a loss. Why it's not loading silt into my thing. Just double check. I don't have, yeah, why is it not loading? Because I didn't save the silt station XML? I don't know. It wasn't saved, but I don't know if I just changed anything. Let's try it again one more time. That'd be just my luck. Don't hit the save button. Change something I needed to change. I hate when you don't get errors in the log. Errors are my friends. They help me find out what's wrong. When I go to a silo and all I get is a little drip here or there, that is not any help. I mean, I've created my lime buying station. My others should have them. That is so weird. It's just not loading, but I'm getting the trigger. I'm just not getting it. Like, look at that. It's weird. I'm trying to think of what would cause it not to... It's almost like the boat isn't taking it. Does the boat have a different fill types assigned to it? Let me check. Let's go check the boat. If it has been edited in the vehicle itself, then that would be a problem. Because that's what it's acting like. Vehicles, train, wagon wood chips to XML file. Should be set to train, wagon, or bulk. Oh, he has it set to auger wagon. He messed with my thing. Fill type category on the fill units for my boat. The- Where is Fummins? Because he did the edit to the train. That needs to be changed. That's what it is right there in our. If we go back to our fill type categories, which is, did I leave that open? I'll go back to it. XML file. Under our fill types XML file, down here we have the categories defined. And we want that to be train wagon, not auger wagon. Auger wagon, if we check, probably does not have silt. Oh, it does have it, but why is it not? I'm going to put it to bulk. That way I know it carries everything. Let me change my wagon wood chips to bulk. Yeah, it still should have carried it because silt was in the auger wagon. No, I don't know if it was you or not, but the fill type categories was set to auger wagon for the boat instead of bulk or train wagon. And usually it's train wagon, but I know that there are some things that the train doesn't carry. So I'm switching it over to bulk. I can't get the stupid uh, silt to load in, but silt is in the auger wagon category, which is kind of weird. And so I don't know if that was it or not. Where is those category list? Fill types XML. Because auger wagon is right there, and it does contain a lot. It doesn't contain everything though. So some of the, but it did have silt. I switched it over to bulk category, fill type category. I wonder if there's anything else that I. A lot of times we use the train wagon category, but that doesn't have them all either. It was removed as a fill type. It isn't a, it is a fill type still. I never removed it as a fill type. It should not be removed as a fill type. It's removed as a ground type, but it's still in this fill type list. So it just doesn't have a ground tip to ground anymore. But we're not tipping to ground. Let me see if changing that to, it could be the trigger that I used too. I could have, maybe the scaling of my trigger messed it up. It could have. I haven't scaled up this trigger. I might have to make a new trigger out of the other one. We'll see. Particles are in there for silt. You could see it pushes out just a tiny little bit. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. No, it shouldn't matter. All right. I was thinking, do we have to own the property to buy? Is that something that's changed? I don't think so, because we've been buying at the fertilizer down in the middle, and I don't own that property. I left the particles in there, and it is still a fill type. All that we removed was it as a tip to ground type. Maybe it's still backordered. That is messed up. I'm gonna have to try a different trigger because, as far as I know, if I go, we got plenty of money. If I grab me a truck, I want to make sure that the rest of them are working here. With a tipper. Actually, I should have just grabbed the truck with the tipper built in. Train race. I'm going to check my fertilizer trigger, make sure that one's working. My lime trigger. It should be. Whoa. Almost hit a building there. That's fertilizer. See, the lime one works. All I did was upsize the trigger. Maybe that's what messed it up. Because I'm getting lime. Let's go back and play with my trigger. It should work the same way. It's trying to squirt out silt, but the only thing I did was... Oh, let's load it back in here. My silt buying station. Gameplay. Let's see. Da 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 da. Gonna reverse the process. Shift Control V. Put it back underneath one of the silos. Did I get my number way wrong? Did I? That is not where I wanted. Oh, undo that. I want to put it in the actual whole group here. That's what I was trying to do. So I am gonna bring back the other one. Let's see. Hmm. Let me load in the seed buying station again. Maybe I got carried away with resizing the trigger. This works for buying seed and for buying everything else, but it did not work for buying my silt. And is it because I scaled it up outside the group? If I do it inside the trigger group, it will probably, it might be fine. But what I find weird is how high the trigger is compared to the... Oh well, we're gonna do a little bit of changes here. I know I can do 3 by 3 by... Just redoing it. Something's funky. I really don't even need the position because we're saving that later. I just want to reshape my trigger. My discharge node, my discharge effect, my load trigger. We should be okay there. Rewrote over the top of it. Kept all my things. That's my silt buying station i3D. Which is what it's loading. Oh boy. I can't figure it out. I do know I'm gonna cough, so let me hit the button. See if we can figure this out. See, we were getting the trigger. That's the weirdest part about it. I didn't want to spend the whole show trying to fix one simple silt trigger, but we might have to. I'm just duplicating the process that worked before. I mean, you can see we got the lime trigger. We used the same trigger, except for I scaled it. That's the only thing I did differently was scaled it up and put silt on it. I'll tell you what, if this doesn't work, I'm going to put lime on this sucker and see if it'll load lime, and then we'll limit out. Might be the fill type issue. We know lime works. Yeah, the Port Authority has to dredge it. That's exactly what I figured, but they're awful slow at it. Oh, see, I'm not even hitting my trigger now because the trigger box is going to be... What the heck? Why is my trigger box way over there? I must have messed up my coordinates. But we're not even hitting the trigger box now. You can see where it is. How did I pull that one off? Let's go back. Probably my scaling messed it up. I probably moved it after I scaled it. I'll probably have to load that back in. And grab my coordinates. Okay. Map DE items. That is my coordinates right there, is it not? Did it change any? Yeah, it did change a little bit. Okay. Save that. And what is it? 1828 to 1817. I must have moved it a little. All right. We'll get one of them working. Now I'm testing the one that we got here. Then we'll get the if I get one working, we should be able to get the other two. Just move the thing. Ooh, look at the size of that spider on my monitor. I know a lot of people would freak out if they saw him. Let's see if we get a trigger. See, this is the stuff that takes time sometimes trying to figure out. That if I knew what I was doing, it would be a lot easier. I'll spend all night on one trigger when there's so much other stuff to do. But I gotta get the triggers still working in here. We gotta be able to get it somehow, or the factories that I put in won't be able to function. Oh, come on, we don't have the trigger? What's up with that? That trigger is not... I just moved it. Hey, T7, what's happening? I am getting lost, that's what's happening. Something's going fishy with my trigger. Is it not scaling up correctly? Did we save it? Right? Is it too high off the ground? Do I want to scale at 1.5? I think that might be... Map DE items. Export the trigger back. I did that already, although I didn't rename it as a different trigger. Here, let me try this and see what happens. Because I think it might not have been low enough to the ground. But I might have to give it a different trigger name, you're right. I don't know why. Would have to, but it was like it was working almost before. I did export it out, I think. Now you got me wondering. I did export it after didn't I? Yeah, after I made the changes to it. Come on, we gotta get to the snow mask part. Now we got an hour, a little over an hour left. We should be able to get through this at some point. Maybe. Come on, map, load up. Oh, I've got messages. All right, please be there. I'm getting tired of this trigger stuff already. Nope, it's not there. So my trigger is, all right, I'm going to export it back out because something's funky with my trigger, putting it over there instead of where I want it. It ain't looking right. So let's see what's going on here. We will name it. Here's my trigger. File, export selection with files as silt buying. I'm just going to remove the station. I'll make some changes. Siltbuying.i3d and save it. Yes. Keep the game relatives paths. Yes. So we have a silt buying i3d trigger. We're going back to the beginning here. Placeables, buying stations. Silt buying i3d has the dollar data as, and all is good. We've got all the nodes and everything, blah blah blah. In our silt station XML, we're buying a fill type silt, and it's loading silt buying.i3d. We'll load that. So that's the one it's gonna load, and my mapde items is loading the silt station XML at coordinates. Shift Control C, copy those. Make sure that they're the right coordinates in here, which they are. And I can't see anything else that needs to be done. Save that. And I don't know what else there is. Why it won't buy silt. I re-exported it and renamed it. So we'll see if it picks it up now. A new save game without seasons. Unless seasons, no. It would be funny if I activated seasons and it worked. That would really screw me up. We have money, we have silt, we have pipe particles for silt. Yeah, we do because we load it from silos. We should have everything. I'm not getting any errors. It's just weird. The boat takes bulk category. Well, that didn't take nearly as long to load up that time. Did you notice that? Stop the presses. But I'm not getting the stupid trigger now. Ugh. It's putting a box way over there. Let's go around and see if it's doing the same thing for the other stations. Why is that? Is it because I scaled it up and moved the box, trigger box? Is it not? Is it just because it's not going to allow me to scale that trigger? It has to have something to do with the scaling. It has to. There's nothing else I did different. So, scaling triggers sometimes used to always mess things up. If I went back to the scale 1 by 1, look where it jumps to. See, it's not centered on the axis. A 1 by 1 by, look at where it moved. Way off. I'm going to do something crazy here. Call me crazy. I'm leaving it at 1 scale, putting it where it's supposed to be, making sure that it's in the water enough to hit the boat. Has to have to do with the scale, I believe. That's the only thing I could think of. Oh, grab that. Text coordinates. And put them in there. Just in case. That's the only thing I did differently than the other triggers, is scaled it. I might have to redesign a fatter trigger. It worked on the other ones when I scaled them up, but not a buying trigger? We'll find out. Am I at the correct port? Yeah, I'm at the correct port. That would be really stupid if I wasn't. Am I? Now you make me wonder if I really was that stupid. That would be terrible. Let me see while I'm loading up. I better be at the port right behind the. Let me go. It, don't be messing. Let's see where. No, I'm not at the right port. Oh my gosh. Silly me. Let me try that bigger then. Let me put it back to where it was and try it at the right port. Let's bring it over to this one over here. Oh my gosh, I am losing my mind. The right port usually helps. I'm replacing the wrong trigger. Don't laugh. It's been one of those days. I'm working with seasons for crying out loud. It scrambles your mind. Yeah, it'd be helpful if you put the darn thing at the right port. I would like it to be here. Here, let's look. Well, come on. Done it yourself. The port trigger at the wrong building. All right. All I know is that I went these coordinates. I'm going to re-export it at the right size. Oh my gosh. I'm silt buying and put in these coordinates, which is the 643 one. We might have two of them done. That's the one that we're at right now. Yeah. See, put it at the right port. I scaled up the group. That's the way I did it before. So let's see if that actually works at the right port. What was changed on the barge? You don't remember messing with anything other than the cab on the last one I sent you. Just realized. Oh, the only other thing I changed was in the XML the fill type from auger wagon to bulk. All right, we have the start filling trigger again, but it's not filling silt. It's doing the little drippy thing. Why would that be? It's like it doesn't want to sell silt. I have no idea. Other than me scaling up the trigger, like I said, I didn't do anything different to this. I don't know why it was set to auger wagon, but it always was train wagon in the past. Yeah, why is this port not selling? There's the trigger now. It's in the right place. And it's just not letting me buy silt. I'm so confused. Other than scaling it. So I got to go back to not scaling it and set it down and see if scaling it is screwing up my trigger. Now, it won't look right. I might have to scale. I'll have to figure it out. But if scaling the whole group up is what the problem is, we can at least find that out by putting it back to that and getting it in line with the boat. Well, that was a pretty good guess right off of just dragging it there. Are we underwater a little bit? We are. See, you got to make sure it hits the box. All right. So Shift Control C, we got to change the coordinates again. I'm doing it without scaling it up this time. And at the right port. So if scaling was the issue, we should be able to find it as long as we hit the trigger. Yeah, might work scaling it up and freezing it, but let's see if that is the problem first before I do that. It still is hitting the trigger, so I don't know why it would throw that off, but we'll find out. If this doesn't work, I'm switching it to lime as the fill type just to see if I can get something to load. Because it does work at the other places with lime and fills trucks. Growing pains. Oh, I started it with seasons again. That's why it's taking so long to load. Seasons does take a bit to first load up. Get that spider off my monitor. Okay. I killed him with my bare hands. Nope, it's not a scaling issue because I am there and it still will not load up. It will not sell silt into the barge, which is really weird because it can see it and it wants to, but it won't do it. And that's frustrating me. So the trigger itself is being recognized, but silt might be the issue. I'm going to switch it over to something else. It doesn't matter what else, just to see if we can buy something else. Um, by fill type name silt, it says. Can't get any more basic than that. Let's change it to lime and give that a whirl. See if it loads lime. Oh, my mic. Did I knock my mic out? Yeah. I'm going to try it to see if it loads lime like the other trigger does. Maybe it's the boat. Maybe it's the trigger. Maybe it's a combination thereof. That is what I'm trying to figure out. And when I figure it out, it'll be so stupid that we'll all laugh. So, it's just weird. I just want lime in my... I want something to come out of that little spout. A whole truck full of lime. We'll fill the boat with lime. Anything. Farmer Don resub times 14. That's pretty awesome. I missed that. 14 months, 5 months in a row, but 14 total. Thank you so much, Farmer Don. Next time, I have to remember to take seasons off so it doesn't take so long to load. Yeah, the boat has the category that silt is in as a fill type. That it does. That's what it, but it's funky. All right, so it's not taking the lime either. You know what? I have to wonder. Um, bloop, 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 bloop. It's not doing lime either. The boat. It has to be with the boat. So here's the problem I have. I would have to. I know what I gotta do. I know what I have to do. La 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 la. Something's a little different on the boat now. And what I'm gonna do is go into. That's the only thing that can make sense right now. Pleasant Valley, vehicles, train. My wagon vehicle wood chips for the train has a fill type of fill type categories equals bulk. The train does. And block automated train travel to. All right, fill type category equals bulk. Categories equals bulk. The wagon wood chips to. Oh wait, back up. Bulk is all lowercase there. Wagon chips to. It's not. Could that be all it is? In the front and back. If that's it, that would be really crazy, but it could be. That's all. It could be something that simple. It was auger wagon. Now I'm putting it to bulk ice without the caps. Bulk category should load everything on the map into that boat. And that's what the train itself is set for. It was, it very well could just be a thing with the buying triggers not accepting the category name and the other fill triggers do. It might have to be lowercase. It could be a case sensitive issue. These things are crazy. Of course, I'm sitting here coughing, but I forgot to take the seasons mod off. So it's adding like 100 mini million seconds to my testing because of it takes so much longer to load. But it all worked before. Did you throw the nodes out of order? No. What I'm thinking, Fummins, is that it is not working with a buy trigger, but it works with a regular fill trigger. Although, have we tested filling it since you messed with the boat? If this is all because of you, you're in trouble. You missed a backsplash of one XML file and it took you 2 days to figure it out. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if we actually tested filling the boat after we updated it. We drove it around. Now you got me wondering. It could be just the boat. That would make me wonder. All right. My boat is still not filling. Now you got me wondering if it's the boat or if it's the... Did you mess something up? Man. Because I'm not getting any action with the boat. The only way to test that is to put some stuff in a silo and see if I can fill the boat from the silo. Oh, we could give that a whirl. Yeah, don't load season spot. I'm gonna jump over to my silo. We're gonna have to bring it to a different port. But let's get some of the default product and at least check the boat and see if he didn't kill the boat. If he killed the boat, we're gonna have to kill him. No. If you haven't noticed, Fummins has been doing some extra work on the boat. I just don't know if we tested filling it after at all. Maybe it's the boat since we did the update. Just check the XML. What the I wouldn't know what to look for. You're the... What do we need to look for in the XML? The nodes? See if they moved? Is that what we're looking at? Yeah, but what's weird is the figures go... Yeah, I don't know. But it's not taking the lime and it's not... So we're going to just bring this down to this port over here. Load it in. And then, see if the boat can pick it up. I like to test things in game. Rule it out. Looking at an XML file sometimes doesn't rule anything out for me. So I don't know. It could be the XML of the boat, but it should still... We're still getting the trigger. That's what's weird. And we're not getting an error. That's even what's weirder. Although I can't see where I'm going when I'm at... I will do that in a minute. Check the nodes. But I want to just know if I can fill the boat with anything. And knowing coming down here, and at least dumping it into this port should at least help me out a little bit. It's raining in Seasons. It's early spring. If you guys haven't seen the Seasons menu, we got left Alt key and S. I'll show you. So you could see why we want to do our own updates for the crops, because everything that we've added to the map from sorghum to clover has the same planting and harvesting stages, whereas other in-game ones kind of move around a bit, you know? And I'd like to do the same thing with all of them. But you've got the calendar, you've got a weather forecast, precipitation, wind speeds, drying potential. Oh my gosh, there's so much I don't even know. Crop info, frost resistance, mature seed, drought resistance. I'm going to have to read up on that, but they added a lot into this. Economy of when they are paying higher and lower. I mean, there's an economy for each crop, which is crazy. You could see that some things sell for more in different times of season, which is pretty wild. Crop rotation setup. I mean, you have a rotation planner. I will have to figure all that out. It looks like fun. We can turn it to Fahrenheit and season lengths 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, or 3. They default it to 9, but you can have a 21-day season. Crop moisture, snow tracks, and snow mode are on. Cool. So there's a lot in there setting up your crop rotation stuff. Sounds kind of crazy. Yeah, you could turn off a lot of the features on that. Not obviously Seasons has features that you want to use. You unload. Alright, so we have some stuff in this silo. Now I gotta get a boat over there. Where are we? Oh, that boat's way over there. Well, we're gonna have to drive around the island here. I think this one will make it faster. Yeah, I saw Farmer Klein. I got him bookmarked. I see his ads pop up. I notice he's doing a lot with Seasons. But I don't have a lot of free time. It all goes in here. I've got a lot of ideas for it. But I gotta get my triggers now that I removed silt from the map. I have to have a way to get it. But now you got me wondering, does the boat even pick up anything anymore? What is the cause of the boat not loading? Because it's early spring? They did a lot in Seasons though with animal types. They added different animal types. They've added, well, different animals of the same type. So you have cattle that, and they added the grazing, so you can bring animals to a field. I don't even know how that works. I mean, there's a lot. I will have to check Farmer Klein's stream to figure all that out. Move your animals from field to field for grazing. That sounds pretty cool. But then again, I mean, I like the idea if it works well. I like the actual randomness and having to depend on the weather to get good yields, especially when factories come into play. Seasons could add a whole new dynamic to the game if you're not stocked up through the slow seasons. Because I could add it to the silo, but I still got to drive the boat over there. Because the boat never starts near that silo, so we're just taking a cruise around. I've got some in the silo. Problem is, I wouldn't know which silo to add it to in those XML. It'd take me longer to do it that way. There's so many things in the XML save game files that I would have to add it to all the silos. Well, all I want to do is get in there and see if we can load this boat up. It's just a little ride. We're halfway there. Yeah, but you can check the first one like you did when you tested it the first time. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about right at the moment. My head's spinning. We lost the antenna 3 times. Yeah, the antenna should be clipped off the boat, but I don't want to give him too much work. The antenna gets hit on the bridge. Fortunately, it passes through. We're almost there. I like to drive around and take a look at the rainy season. Adding seasons. We can freeze over lakes. We can add, I was reading a little bit about it. Map objects, and of course you can bring out objects based on the seasons, and we'll have to do a lot of that. So now when I first showed off the boat, I added the stuff to the boat itself. I didn't add it to the silo because I didn't know which silo I'd have to go to pick it up. So I added it to the boat and then dumped it in the silo, but it would have been the same amount of uh it would have I would have had to do the same thing, and I would have had to drive over to the silo anyway. I just had it that way before I went live. It looked like I had it to the silo, but I took the boat, filled the boat up, and drove it to the silo. Because I wouldn't have known where to dump it in the XML files. Yeah, just anyone that at least the big one there on the top of the front is the one that clips through the bridge. The one, I mean, on the cab here, the tall one. The small one's okay. I don't know about, I have to check and see which ones hit the bridge. The little antennas. But I'm pretty sure it's just the tall one back here. No, I didn't get it from the silo. I put the boat in, yeah. I know it might have looked that way, but I did that prep work. We're gonna pull into the silo now. See if the boat still fills up. And if it does, why will it not work. I'll tell you what I'll do next, which is crazy, but I will do it. All right. So this silo trigger is here, but it's not going to buy from this one either. See? Nothing coming out there. Tries to, but it get a little spurt. Let's see if the boat fills up over here. We'll get the menu. Wheat, start. Oops. Yeah, see? So why is the boat not buying from a purchasable? Maybe it's just something they built into the boat that the train can't buy from a silo. Oh man, I will say this. The fill plane's back to being screwy. Because I had the fill plane box centered and lowered right down to the floor. So we gotta fix that too. That fill plane should be starting much lower. So the fill plane box has to be fixed. But why is the boat not... I can't get up. I'm stuck. Why is the boat... not filling from that trigger? It has to be a boat thing. That sucks. I might have to make land triggers if the boat won't buy from a buy trigger. Let me see if I can put what that's my next step. I'm gonna move that trigger to the land. Why is it like that? Why would it be like that? And how can we get that fixed? So, basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my little trigger here and find a point up here on land. Oh, I don't know. Someplace where I can remember where it is. We'll put it right over here for now. So on this port, which is the back middle port, oh, when you're out of the cab, I'm just going to drive under here with a truck and see if I can buy silt from this with my new position on land. Da da da. 612. And then my silt XML, we'll put it back to silt. The other one's silt station. Product is silt. Everything else. I'm guessing it might just be that you cannot buy silt or with the train itself. We're going to try a truck. Might not be able to buy things if I don't own it. I did not buy the land, but that does not do that on Central Fertilizer. That is what's weird. Let's delete a save game. And let's take off seasons this time so we don't have to wait as long. So it might be a boat thing, a train thing blocking it though. I might have to rethink this. I will get silt sell points in here. or purchase points one way or another. I just was hoping I could load them with the boat. You know, we might still be able to load the boat with silt, but we'd have to. You don't own the train. Of course I own the train. I don't own the land. All right. See how much quicker that was without the seasons running? All right. So, fortunately, we've got a tipper over here that will pick up. And the port is right behind us. And we'll jump the railroad tracks. Right straight ahead. We should get a buy trigger. Somewhere under here. Didn't I put it there? Is it too low? Did I not? There's the trigger box. I might have to move it again. Because it's not hitting it. How did it get so low? Alright, back it up. I'm gonna save this. No, we'll start a new save game, because then we'd have to just move it. Alright. Mama, get me past this stupid trigger. That's what we did. It was way underground. But it's scaled 111. Alright, let's fill it right from there. Translate. Copy that into here. Even though I just moved the Y, I'm going to just replace them all again. We got to be able to hit that trigger. And if it doesn't load silt, I'll be really confused. Look, I remember seasons again. We got that part figured out. Seasons will run. It's just getting this other. I can't believe I spent 2 hours on a stupid trigger. It's kind of annoying me. Now, I thought yeah. See, I have the lime trigger down in the central station, and I've got the fertilizer trigger down at central station, and they have no problem selling and filling up with a vehicle. So this shouldn't either, without owning the place. We should be able to fill that trailer up. Whoops. I had to move my headphones for a minute. And I can't drive and do that at the same time. Whoa! Do I have the old boat fill still? Somewhere. Did you switch the plane back to Did you lose my fill plane? Is that what you're telling me? That nice one that I found. The old boat file is saved in a backup folder somewhere on an older copy of the map. I can revert it until you're done. But let's see if I got a fill trigger. Please start filling silt. See? Alright, I got silt. It's coming way out of there. But it is filling and it's buying it. You can see my money going down. So it's a problem with the boat not buying silt. Not being able to use a buy trigger. Try using the old boat. I can see if I can. So yes, the silt is working there. It doesn't work on the boat. Let me go out and see if I can. Let me see if I can find it. I hope I still have it. I usually zip things up and back them up. Isn't that the one that's? It's the one that's on Giant's website anyway. That's for sure. The one that we released, which is in my da 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 da. I'm trying to think of where I put it. Map backup. Let me see if it's in here. That's my fill volume, I think. So that should be it. Let me double check. My boat, my collisions are on there. Yep, you got the collisions. I think that's everything. The effects. Fill volumes. I'm just gonna take a look. I get the yeah, perfect. So that's the boat we're gonna revert to. Now that I've got it, let's see if he has the auger wagon setting or if it was no, it is set to auger wagon, which it should be bulk on those. But I'll change that and then I'll send this to you. We're going to revert to the old boat without, and he's going to put the cab back in that. So I think you just need the Wagon Wood Chips 2 file, right? Uh, First I'm going to put it in the map. I want to get error free here. Wagon Wood Chips 2. Give him a copy. Let me put that up in my Dropbox. Oh my gosh, I got so many files open right now. I'm going to drag this over here so I can copy the link to him. Let's see. Fummin03, get back over my stream. He's gonna keep on working. Let's see. Incoming on your chat is the link to that. Updated boat. There you go, my bud. And I'm gonna go back to. All right. So that trigger does work on land. I'm gonna duplicate it now and just try the boat with the old boat just to see if it floats my boat, and I'll borrow the trigger. If not, we'll have to make some land places until I figure out what's going on. But we're gonna put this in the water anyway. I'm gonna keep the so we can get silt to purchase. I just don't know why the boat can't be used unless we mess something up. So I'm gonna try the old boat. Coordinates on that one. So I'm basically really messing up right now. I'm going to go to my items and use the third one as my second one. So we'll have two triggers over here. That one's still on land and that one is in the water. Just for one more try on the boat on the water. Oh, we should lower that though, because we're way above the water. It's hard to tell what's above the water. That should be good. Change the Y on that one. Which is... Which one? Now I can't remember which one was which. Well, this was the last one I had highlighted, so we'll use that one. Watch both triggers be out of whack. I'm just going to try it one more time, just with the different boat. Put the trigger back there. See if we messed anything up in the boat transition. Although the boat still loads from the silo on the ground. The silo loads. The boat just wouldn't load from a buy point. Doesn't mean we can't put silt in the boat, just means that we can't use the buy trigger with the boat. And I wonder if it's because buy triggers detect it as a vehicle and not a, you know, a, not not the right property type. It's right now it's a train wagon, and it might not buy triggers might not work for train wagons. They might only work for tippers. That's the only thing I could think of. And if that's the case, then this still won't work. Yep, it's not working on the boat. So buy triggers must not be able to work on vehicle category. It must have to be tipper. Train wagon's probably not listed in whatever a buy trigger. I don't think the buy trigger itself in the XML has a trigger type. It's a store buying station. Silt station, fill sound, fill liters, infinite capacity, auto start, effect class is pipe effect, material is pipe, fade time. Yeah, the trigger itself on a buying station just must not be able to be taken by a boat. That's all I could think of. buying stations must have to have, if you're just wondering, just to finish this up, if we look at our Wagon Wood Chips XML or our Wagon Wood Chips 2 XML, everything has a category, and even though that says it's a sugar beet wagon, it's a category trailer. So all of our Wagon Wood Chips 2 has a category trailer, but if we were to load in, uh, do I have one? Let me see if I have an XML. If we were to look at one of the tippers, and I might have my edited tipper XML file. No, 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 no. The loader shovel has a category of wheel loaders. So there's different categories, and tippers I think have a category of tippers, but the trailer category probably is not accepted by a buy trigger, and it's probably just something in Giant's little thing. So we'll my plan is in the future to fix that is to make purchase points on the land. And what I would like to do with some of the ports is hopefully activate them with the global company script where you can drop it off. You could do that already at your other ports, but drop it off and maybe use it as a pickup point, just a smaller storage point to bring the boat over to. I'd like to get those silos activated, but they're not going to work, the ones in the water. We'll make some land things, but until then, we need to do one test before the end of the show here today. And I will go over the seasons with my instructions real quick. We are going to the seasons mask on a map, and the first thing is to create a duplicate of your tip collision file. I did that. And what you're going to do is go into your map, Pleasant Valley. If you go into maps, map, you will see in here, you will find a tip collision info layer.grle file. Copy that and rename it to seasonsmask.grle file. Step 1. And you will have your seasonsmask GRLE file. Second step you need to do is go into your mod description file for, is it in the mod or no, it's in your map XML. So I've got that probably on one of these tabs because I always map deed items. I don't see it. Go back to your map XML file, the XML file for the actual map, and add in to that. And why is mine not there? I thought I added it. Isn't it in the map? Wait a minute. I thought I added it in there. Paintable foliages, farmlands. Am I in the right map class? FS19 Pleasant Valley. Did I put it in the wrong place? Did I put it in the mod description? Nope. I must have messed up. All right, so we're going to do it. In your XML file for your map, you need to add this section in between the two map things, it's gonna mask file name map seasons mask GL. Now, how could I not? How could seasons be running? It must not be detecting my mask, but put that in there earlier. Ha! Now I don't see it, but we need that. So it'll say seasons mask file name map seasons mask URL. Point it to the mask file. That goes in there. Next part would be to go into your map i3D file, and that is right here. Open that up in Notepad++, and you're going to add a new file to the file section, and that is, I wonder if it's, mine probably moved because I added it already, but what you would do is at the bottom, I'm going to put this in there just for you to know. You would put in file 100,000 and file name and point to your seasons mask, which would be maps slash seasons mask.png, so that it goes to where your seasons mask is. That goes up there. I don't need it because it's already in there. If I go up here, once you save once, you will see that mine moved to file ID 544. Map seasons mask. That's where it is. And then after that is added in, you would go down to where your layers are, which are right after your materials. And you would add, after your layers, you will see these section where there's info layers. And you would add info layer seasons. The file ID points to the file ID up above. If you use the 100,000 on both, it'll change afterwards. Number of channels 1, and just add that info layer in after your farmland info layer. That is it to get your seasons map seasons mask ready. When you load up your editor, like so, if you go over to your window, if it worked, everything worked right, you will see a seasons in the info layer under info layer painting. You will see a seasons layer value 1 checked. Click on that little button right there, and now you can paint your mask on your map. Now I already painted around here because I want to do a test. This one area of white on the seasons mask is the only area on my map that when we make it snow, it shouldn't snow on my pile. So the snow should not stick here, but we should get snow all around there. And that is the point with your seasons mask as we create it, is to go around the map, and where we don't want snow to appear, we can highlight underneath buildings or whatever. I have to decide, we don't want building snow to appear inside a building or inside a stable or wherever. Then you can draw the mask and you will mask out the area where it won't snow. It's really not that important in places where you can't reach or can't see, such as that. But if you have a place, for instance, you don't want snow to pile up in the lakes, so we're going to have to put our seasons mask all throughout our water areas so snow doesn't accumulate underwater. We will be, and it's very blocky, but you just do the best you can with filling in your seasons mask areas. And I've got a lot of seasons mask to edit. The snow mask, where you don't want it to snow. If you have garages on your farm that are placeables, they can be built into the placeables. But if you have permanent additions to your farm, then you're going to want to, for instance, over at your BGA, you don't want snow piling up in your BGA bunkers. So you would draw in where you don't want snow, because that would mess with your ability to pour stuff in there if it snows inside your bunkers. So you can extend it out a little bit if you wanted to make sure that the snow doesn't get in there, pushed in there by accident. But that's what the season's snow mask does, is it just keeps snow from appearing wherever we draw this out. Things like gas stations, for instance, it's tricky because we're at an angle here, but if we get, it's not going to snow underneath your little awning. So you just got to kind of work it out so there's not going to be any snow under there. I know I'm doing the blocks are huge, it looks like. So you can be a little bit off. I just don't want snow piling up underneath my thing. Here, we'll get rid of that one. So that's where snow won't fall underneath my little awning. It'll be all around there though. Any places like that, like under here, it's not going to snow under there. So we want to block that out. And don't let snow fall up underneath my building. And sometimes you have to go outside the edge a little bit. So once we got those places in, I'm going to have to go through the whole map because I do not want it to snow at all on my palm tree area. So that should be pretty quick. And also, we don't want it to snow in my rivers, but I'm just going to do this strip right now. Down here on the south side, it is not going to snow in this section ever. That's just the way I want it. Might as well get the road as well because I don't want it to snow down here. So we're going to do this whole section here snow masked out. It will never snow on this. We're going to have it snow more up in the mountain area. But this is, it doesn't snow where there are palm trees. It just doesn't. So we're going to have quite the climate difference. We're going to have a season down here. What my plan would be is to, like in winter and stuff, the colder seasons, to make it so that there's no beach umbrellas out, that type of thing. Uh, we make it so nobody's around. It looks a little bit more desolate down here in the maybe we can turn on and off the people splines during the season too. I don't know yet. We'll have to figure that out. But I want to make it so that there is nobody home. If you remember, we can put Christmas trees with Christmas lights out in the wintertime, or a snowman up in the mountains. I'm just going to block off the lower portion of the map. And then we're going to go in the map and just show you guys. We're going to make it snow so that we can do a quick test. See how it's all working with snow on the ground. Save up the mask. No snow to the south. My mountains, however, they're going to get snow, but the tunnel is another great example of where we're going to have to put our snow mask. It's not going to snow inside a tunnel. So those are the types of places that the snow mask definitely needs to be implemented. Wherever snow can't get. A lot of my resources up there are caves. So I got to turn all those roofs back on at some point. When I was drawing the product in the map, I basically go through and I make them all invisible so I can see where it's going. And I'm getting under the road. You'll have a pretty definite, I don't know how far up. I might mask more of the lower part off than just the beach eventually, but I'm just doing the beach for now just for tests. The beach and this road. You won't have to plow this segment down here. I haven't seen the snow on seasons yet in my own game. Alright, we'll stop it right about there. That should do good. We'll go right across. I might as well get this whole building in. And then fill out down here. So wherever you mask this, it will not snow. That's pretty much all we're getting at with this. It's not supposed to. So we shouldn't have any snow there. And like I said, up here, we got to do the lakes over. I want to do all the mines a mask, but while I'm here, we'll do one more area. And that is inside our tunnel, which we can go through. I just want to make sure I get it wide enough. Alright, it's not going to snow there. It's very tricky to do a tunnel when you can't see where you're doing, because it's actually underneath the tunnel. But we'll know in a minute when we go in the game if I did a good job with the tunnel or not. I could make the whole tunnel invisible and just try to do the central area, but I think we're hitting it pretty good. Just come out this end a little bit, see where we're at. Come on. See, the only thing is that side. That side might have to go a little bit further. We'll find out. If I have snow down the side of my tunnel in the inside, then I need to work my mask up. But we're gonna see. Now, once you have, there are instructions on realismusmodding.com. You can get the address right by going to where the mod is listed on ModHub, and they have a visit our website for more info. You can add custom mods to placeables such as feeding troughs, pallet spawn points. That's something to think about when you on the insides of buildings. So many things like our farmhouse is probably going to snow inside unless we make altered versions eventually with a snow mask. Let's hope this all works. But yeah, so you can add your clear areas, and there's instructions how to do that on your We're going to have to do that with our factories for sure. All right. Let's go start up seasons and see if we can make it snow in a map. Save game 3, a new one. It's going to take a couple minutes. While that's loading, they added a couple of testing commands. The mask can be tested in game by dropping snow using the rm add snow 1 console command. Add snow space 1 console command. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to go to our console and see if we can do the rm add snow command. Let's see how we're loading. It will go. I love it when I exit off the screen and it won't load up until it gets past that one stage in loading. Then it should pop up. Oh my gosh, it's past my bedtime. Look at the time. After 11. But really, the manual that they wrote is pretty good and it's pretty easy to follow. The hard part is implementing. Well, we got past the hard part because we had too many field types. So I will have to go back on my days off. Well, in between now and my next show on Sunday, you will have some buy points for silt on the map because we no longer can grow it. Come on, there we go. We can no longer grow it. We can no longer dig it. And I do know that we can get the trigger to work on the ground. All right. So, console command F1. Wait, no, this key. Let's see if this works. It is RM ADD SNOW space 1. Isn't it supposed to work? Isn't that the console? Or I don't know how to do it. Maybe I thought it went in there. Maybe not. The tilde key or tilde, apparently I can not add the add snow command is not found. Is there a different place you type the it says masks can be tested in game by dropping snow using, or is there a console, another console somewhere? Snow mode on, off, one layer. See, they have multiple snow layers. That is what I found out. That is why it takes more fill types. I don't know where else you would get the console command, but only thing I could think of is fast forward in time till, and that might take a while. Unless you guys, yeah, enable cheats first. I already did, so. Oh, enable cheats. It's enable your console. That's what this is. Did I don't know. RM. Not pulling it up. I see it's snowing, but it's too early spring. It's not going to pile up. I don't think it'll snow enough to cover the ground. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's see if didn't want to do that. Seeing if there's any new commands in here. RM get environment, RM get. It did have some RMs. But I didn't see the get snow. So Realisys Modding did have a few commands in there, but why is my add snow command not coming? Let me see if what the other ones were. Get environment info. Day one here is okay. I'm looking through the menu here at the get rotation info, reload placeable masks, reload sound, set shader, set texture, show mask, texture video, toggle sound debug, add weather event. Okay. RM weather, add event, snow. Oh gosh, I got caps lock on. RM weather, add event, snow. One. Okay. I don't have a clue. That did do something. But the one command they said add snow console command is not in here apparently. So there is show mask. Oh, there's a mask problem. Season mask will attempt to perform on field mask size a nil value. Ooh, okay. Apparently we didn't want to run that. Something up with that. But it's snowing. I just want it to pile up. And I don't know if it's gonna. Might have to wait till winter. I should have shortened the season to 3 days. Oh, can we do that in here? Left Alt S. Where was it set? Season length. 3 days. 3 days, yeah. 3 days season length. How do you enable the cheats in the console? Well, me, I use my new program, the PV Tools, because it's automated. But there is a line in your, and it's not cheats. I don't think it's cheat. It's just enabling your console, right? Mask can be detected by dropping snow using. How do you enable cheats? Maybe that's it. Is there a um, is there a special enable cheats command? that you have to type in. I wouldn't know. Let's see. ENABLE. Type in cheats in the Steam launch options. Okay. Here, let's save this. Uh, I do have the Steam version. What if you don't have the Steam version? Does it still work? Let's see. What if, yeah, if you didn't have Steam, would you be able to open it up? Let's see. Farming Simulator. Properties. Set launch options. So is it, that's supposed to be in front of it there, KW? Or is it just cheats? Is the little dash supposed to be in there? Just curious. He might hear me, or he might. I could try both ways. Okay, thank you. Let's see what happens. We'll launch it from here and see if we can make it snow. Because add snow console command should be in there with that. It would be a lot quicker. Start. Oh, it's dark at night in here. Holy mackerel, what darkness. It definitely is darker in seasons at night. Wow. Keep going. I'm gonna go back to my console. RMADDSNOW space 1. Hey, I didn't get an error. I can't tell if there's snow on the ground. Not yet. I'm running like crazy. Wow. Is that in the cheats? The snow running? I mean, able to run that fast? Listen to the feet go. Obviously, there's some cheats on here. But oh, there's my truck. Wow, is it dark at night? I should have gone back to the house and jumped in make it day. Does that work in seasons? I typed in the add snow command, but I don't see snow. Hey, Scuba Dooby, how ba doing? I'm going back to the house. I want it to be daylight. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm trying to get it to snow in here, and it is dark in seasons at night. Oh, look out. I can't even see in front of my face. Sleep. Oh. 9 hours. Oh, it's mid-spring. I did the add snow command. Where's my snow? Look at that. It's got oil seed before previous. Oh, it's got a little bit of the rotation on there. But what happened to my command rm add snow space 1. It's supposed to add snow. There's rm resetsnow. Let's see if we've got it in here. Oh, there's add pal. Let's see. Cheat silo. Oh yeah, we've got a whole bunch of extra stuff in here with the cheats on. So I didn't even know about that. Oh, maybe you can't. Well, it doesn't say it has to be winter. That's why I'm fast forwarding. It's mid-spring. Can I change the season with the snow? RM add snow and the number of layers. Okay. That's what you do. Oh, spring season cancels out the... Well, I wish we could RM switch season. What good does it do? I need the time fast forward mod. We don't have that anymore. Can I change the time, the season day? Yeah, I'm fast forwarding, but I'm wondering if there's a cheat to switch seasons here. Germination test, get environment info, get rotation info. Mature weeds, print fruit types data. Quick growth. Reload placeable, reload sound. I changed the length of the seasons to just 3 days. So it should move along, but I've still got to go slow. Yeah, there's a lot of RM test patchy crop failure. Wither weeds, set wind. Boy, they got a lot of. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait out till. I have it set to 3 days, but it's still. We can fast forward nights too. Look at that cheat for making you run fast. That's pretty cool. I might have to keep cheats on all the time. We'll have to fast forward the nights. We're almost there. Well, we'll be in fall pretty soon. I got my seasons to 3 days, which is the minimum right now. I want to see snow. I'll have to save a game. Although if you save a game, the snow mask won't get updated, so you got to do this every time. They should start the season in the snow then. I'm sure there's some setting in one of those game save XML that we could change the day. Thank you for the follow, Scuba Dooby. We're gonna... I want to sleep. R. want to sleep the whole winter, please. Now we're in late spring. Oh man, we gotta go all the way through the whole year at this rate. It's gonna take forever. I'm wondering if there is a... It's trying to catch up with going 5,000 speed for sleeping at night. I wonder if there's a way to change it in your save game what season it is. The game is synchronizing after the fast forward. Alright, good to know. Because I'm going to save and check and see if my save game has a date in there that I can change. So if you fast forward, you're going to have to synchronize. We're synchronized. Look it's spring. The trees are green and fluffy. And look at the wind and the clouds. Isn't that cool? I don't know. The trees are supposed to blow around a little bit too. Well, they are. You see them moving a little bit. Not a lot. Alright. I'm going to save it and see if I can change my date in my save game file somewhere. Because this will take forever. So in my save game, there is a seasons file in there. I saw it. Documents. My games. Save game 3. Seasons XML. Holy mackerel. There's a lot of data in the Seasons XML file. Where is it? I gotta close some of these things. Fill type stuff in the economy. Snow tracks enabled, yes. Fruit index values. Fields. Current. Oh, let's see. We've got previous and high weather information. Soil temperature. Is there a day? Yeah, I have. That's what I'm trying to test and just get a little bit of an idea. But start day, end day. All right, those are events. How do I change my day in my save game, or do I have to actually fast forward to maybe it's in one of my other my career save game. Maybe I can change the day. Yeah, but it won't add it in the summertime. We tried that. So some people said it's turned off in the spring by default. You can't make it snow in the spring. I was just trying to see if there was a way I can move the game forward in time without just going through. Is there a fast forward mod out there? Like before where I can fly through days? Because I'm not seeing where I can change it. SS? There's a SS? I'll load it back up. What do we got to lose? What do we got to lose? SS add snow. That isn't even on what they say here. But we'll give it a try. I have no idea. I'm reading what they say. According to this right here, which is off of their website, it says the mask can be tested using the rm add snow 1 console command and rm reset snow to remove all snow and start over. That's right off of their page, so if SS works, I'll be dipped. Yeah, well, let's see. Can you post a link? It would be nice if you could, but I don't know how to enable that unless KW does it for you if he's in the house. I don't know how to do it. Uh, what do I click on your name and let's see. Can I get a menu up? I can ban you. I can unmod. I can whisper. I can permit. Is that what I do? Click permit? Okay. uh, I don't know why it says 0 seconds. I have no idea how to use that thing. Oh my gosh. Me streaming? Are you kidding? I'm having a hard enough time playing the game. Uh, am I loading up the right save game? I gave him 0 seconds contain link because I permit 0 seconds. How do I change the amount of time you give him? Section test the mask. You can whisper that link to me. I am lost. I don't know what you mean. Section test the mask. I just laid out some of the mask, and I wanted to see. and I wanted to see what happens with. I just wanted to make it snow. Now I got this Doc Holiday box open, and it won't close. Weird. Okay, let's get back to this. I think I'm on that page, actually. I'll click on it. Here, I'll move this over here. Oh, you're not even on the right year. That's the 17 mask. That is not the that is the seasons 17 page. I have the seasons 19 page. Has different commands. We just gotta fast forward slowly. We can watch the seasons change and then go through the nights because I have no idea how to, but it is kind of cool. I do have it set for 3 days per season, which means that the next season should be early fall once it gets to midnight. I just wish I could go faster forward. My My goodness, it's driving me crazy. It's gonna be a while. There's an XML checker? I don't even have that. Boy, but check out that fast run speed with the cheats on. Woo! We can cruise around. So, we need to get to a season where I can plant snow on the ground. Maybe it'll work in the early fall. Oh wait, we gotta go to summer next. Oh my gosh, 3 days of summer. Can we sleep through the day? What time can we actually go to bed? Oh, we can sleep now. Oh no, I can't. It said sleep. We're not tired. I'm tired. Send me a time fast forward mod. Yeah. I will save the game and load it back up because it will save time. That's for sure. I want the they used to hit left control R and it would fly in last year's version. I need to be able to get through my seasons. I have it set to 3 days, old man. You can change that. 9 days of summer and 9 days of fall. Oh yeah, early, middle, late. So yeah, we need the fast forward mod. So we gotta go summer, 3 days of early, middle, and late, and then fall, 3 days of early, middle, late. We might be able to get it to snow in fall. Oh, the XML check. I want the fast forward mod. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be here all day. Well, we can watch the seasons change. I'm surprised that the stupid command doesn't work. RMADDSNOW. Oh, here. I'm not even doing it. There's a boat. RM. Doesn't say it's not gonna work. But I don't see any snow falling anywhere. You should have put snow on the ground. Whee! Lucas Frankfurter owns that field. Well, you can travel on foot with the cheats on, that's for sure. What happens if I type in the word winter? Probably nothing. Winter command not found. I don't think there's any command to switch the seasons. I didn't see them. We went through all of RM's. Oh, can we change the day? Trout now, thank you for the sub. How you doing, Trout? Good to see you out there. Is there a time fast forward set day time? Ooh. Daytime. Oh, just the time of hours. Well, that would be. So, GS set daytime 22. Oh, wait. Oh. So it would be, is it daytime 22? Nope. Daytime, I don't know how, 22? Nope. GS set day time 22. Nope, I spelt it wrong. GS set. Oh, come on. Day time 22. Okay, so all I gotta do is sleep every day and then use redo that command. Where's my house? I can't tell. It's tabbed to my vehicle. It's in my garage. Alright, so this is how we're gonna do this. Sleep are 12 hours or 11 hours sleep. Now it's gonna, days are long and warm, so I'm time to make hay. Time to make some hay. Okay, we'll make some hay. Excuse me, I have an itch in my ear. Okay, there we go. Great demand at Super Duper. So, now we're here. We go out here. We go. Whoops. Well, I didn't want to do that. Go back to my truck. Because I'm going to do the same thing again. I can stop fast forwarding for a minute. And we'll go. I wish I could copy and paste that. Oh, wait, can we go up the list? Shift tab. I guess I gotta type it in again. GS set day time 22. Oops, I did it wrong again. If I do it right, then we can just keep going through the nights until it still take, because I'm such a fumbling around here, it will still take me forever to get there. But it should go faster if I just sit in my house and sleep. It's now midsummer. We gotta wait for it to catch up. Oh, look at that. We're getting Lua errors in our growth manager when we're doing that for some reason. Late summer. It's just flying. Oh, I'm stuck in fast forward mode apparently. I'm stuck at 5,000 speed. Don't ask me how I did it, but I'll take it if I could stop it. It's literally stuck at 5,000 speed. Don't ask me what I did. I think it didn't like my command 3 times in a row. I hope I could stop it. I'm not gonna try right now. Maybe that, uh, it can't stop my clock. Winter has fallen. Because we're, alright, let's save it then. I don't know why I'm getting, uh, I'll save it. Oh, watch this not work. Oh, now it won't, yeah, it won't save it. I messed that up pretty good. It wouldn't save. because of the Lua error. What day is it gonna come back up? Man, something's going on. I can't test my snow mask. I painted some on there. I could check my log file. I might be getting errors now that I made some changes, but there is in a Lua method in the growth manager update. What the heck? Failed to load density Pleasant Valley map seasons mask. Ah, okay, that could be probably part of the problem. Let's try that. Apparently, I have a path messed up. It's not loading my seasons mask that I put in there. So it should be under well, we can close that one, that one, that one, that one. It should be under map seasons mask GRLE file. What did the error log say it was pointing to? That could explain why I'm getting all the errors, or let's see. Map class, Pleasant Valley. Map class, Pleasant Valley. It's maps season maps slash map. Okay, it's got the wrong place in my mapde file. All right, that's what it is. Map slash season mask. That should load it. Maybe it'll work now. Who knows? I am way past my bedtime here. I just want to see something happen. We were getting errors trying to get seasons up and running. So many changes that have to go through just to get this to work. We'll see what happens. All right, well, season's loading. Look at all the changing stuff there. Add snow, remove snow, remove swaths. I didn't have all that, I don't think, before. Error run and move method update. Uh-oh, we've got some error in there still. I hate this season stuff. No. We'll figure out what that error was in a minute. Let's go back up. Seasons Growth Manager Lua 309. I don't know why it's throwing that. Let's see if there's anything before that. No. Nothing before that. My Growth Manager Lua is throwing a error. And that is the first one. Load. Dang. I'll have to check and see what it's calling for on the Growth Manager Lua file for 309, but it's nothing else in there. And you guys got, oh, what's this, xmlvalidation.com. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens here. RMADDSNOW space 1. Still didn't do it. No snow added. We're in late spring, back to late spring. This is going to take forever to test. And it still get a Lua error. Thanks for the link. Well, what do you know? Old man sent me a whisper. I'll see if I could check that out and see what that's about while I'm waiting for my days to roll around. Oh, that'll work. That might help me out a little bit. FS19 timescale mod. We're going to put that in to my folder and restart and see if we could speed up this thing any. Now let's say it says left control plus keypad plus and minus, and then it will, okay. It's a fast forward mod, so we're gonna save this. We'll be able to go faster. Quit. We're gonna load up that save fast forward mod timescale. FS19 timescale. 'Hopefully it's in here. See any? Yes, timescale right there. Start it. I need something. We can go up to 9,000 speed with this, it says. Time scale can only be changed by an admin. Well, that's me. 9,000 is better than 120 if it works. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Okay. We're gonna fly through the days now. I'm not even going full speed yet. There we go. 9,000. Early summer. Look at the clouds. Woo! Midsummer. I gotta press the 7 key to late summer. Darn it, all I want to see is snow before I go to bed. We're gonna have some catching up to do when we stop. Because the trees haven't even changed yet. Oh, they're catching up. Late autumn. Yeah, see the trees red? I'm going to midwinter. Okay. We turn off the fast forwarding. Let it synchronize. Let me get this silly thing working and I'll be happy. Might take a little while to synchronize. We just went through 3 seasons. So anyhow, that's on Mod Hub, the timescale mod. Pretty easy to use, and a necessity if you want to test your seasons mask, apparently. My partial seasons mask that I added. Once it catches up. Now, could you imagine how long the synchronizing would be on a 16x map? When it has to synchronize the whole thing? And redraw it and change all the tree colors and paint the snow on. Yeah, I don't think it'd handle it. I mean, it's still synchronizing the 90 days or whatever I did. It's trying. Yeah, a couple days at a time. Yeah, well, we went the whole thing. We'll just wait here for the little You know what? I need to use the restroom. Hopefully that little circle will stop spinning when I get back. I'll be right back. Good time to do it. Well, I think I might have broke it. It's still synchronizing. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, the circle's going slower. Or isn't it? I don't know. Did I break it? I might have. It was a long fast forward, but you know, it might have waiting the seasons. What is it now? Just take just as long as it would have if I went to regular speed? How long do I wait? It won't let me do anything. Except for move the mouse. Does the game log file contain errors? I don't know. Won't let me check. Yeah, I want to reload it. Yeah. Yes. Yes. My log file says, I'm sure it probably contains errors from the, look at that. Seasons Growth Manager Lua 309 is having an issue. Attempt to compare number with nil. Source Growth Seasons Growth Manager Lua. So, while we're waiting and the game's still running, what that would mean is if we go to Seasons, Source, Growth, Seasons Growth Manager Lua, edit with Notepad, go down to line 309, which is right here. If fruit type reset spray and minimum state is less than max fertilizer state, modifier, self-modifier, spray modifier. So it has to do with a fruit type max fertilize minimum max fertilized state. Reset spray, yeah. I'm wondering if it's only because of I'm wondering if it is because my fruit types haven't been added. It could have something to do with yeah, other mod. Yeah, it's not even getting past that. Although, let me bring up the it's still trying to synchronize. I might have broke it by going too far. Let's see, we'll try this over. It doesn't take long to do a couple days at a time, but I'm still getting that error message popping up. It's constantly trying to fix that Growth Manager Lua 309 error, so let's see if we could reload the game here. It's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, I'll shut off the mods except for my time fast forward and seasons and see if it still throws that. It could have to do with my additional crop types that aren't in there or a setting in one of those. deselect all except for my seasons and my time scale. Excuse me. Oh boy, here we go again. Who knows? Yo, Mudtoe64, what's happening? I'll tell you this, I'm way past my bedtime now, but I gotta get some progress before I log off of here with this thing. Alright, so there's my error log. Left control plus will go to like we'll switch seasons here. Okay. Hit okay. Let it synchronize. The game is synchronizing after the fast forward. We're synchronized. Alright, we're in summer. I didn't see any errors yet. Left control. We'll get to fall here. Early summer. Midsummer. Late summer. Okay. Let it synchronize. We're still not getting errors, so it might have been a conflict with something else. I shut off all other mods. But at least there's not a bunch of errors in the log yet. I'm hearing noises change. I don't know if you guys can hear those. No, you can't. Oh, you might be able to. Got the volume on the game turned way down. Come on, I only went one season here. Oh, it did. It threw the Lua errors again in the growth manager with nothing else running but the map and the... Which isn't good. But it's still spinning. What do I have to do one day at a time to get through this thing? And then synchronize and then do another day? I think I'm going to have to try that. Because I think that Lua error is screwing things up. And that could be coming from me going super fast forward. Or it could just be something screwed up. We'll go one day at a time. Oh, I hope I activated the mod. I'm tired. Get me through this. It'll be winter before I see snow. No, I didn't activate it. Darn it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. The fast forward mod wasn't saved. Let me just get it. We'll go one day at a time. Let it resync. At least we'll get through that if it doesn't crash. A little bit faster. Did everybody fall asleep yet? Because I'm about to. Excuse me. If it's any script conflict, it's the fast forward mod. That's probably throwing it, but I just want to see it. Alright. We're going to go one day at a time. Whoa. Well, I don't think it likes the fast forward mod, seeing as it just completely crashed the game. So, how do you test seasons if you can't get to the next season? When are you getting the update for the map? After the 29th. Soon. We will make a decision. Um, we I want to see what's going on. We're gonna post something up back up to the mod hub, Giants mod hub, but what I'm probably gonna start doing the updates back over here because it's easier and I can do them more frequently and you don't have to wait for the stuff to go through them. But I don't want to jeopardize any standing in the contest that I might have had. So we're going to wait until the contest has been finalized before we make that decision. Synchronize on when we'll start doing our updates over here. Oh, yeah. So we synchronized into early summer. Midsummer. Yeah, I don't know if we can get through it. What I'll probably do is go to bed, wake up tomorrow morning, and let it go regular fast forward. Might make it there by morning. If it's throwing that Lua error, it's just going to keep locking it up. Now, the mid-season days, I do know that they're the ones that they do all the switch over the trees and a lot of the calculations. So it's still moving because I didn't get the error there yet. But I have a feeling it's chugging along because it's trying to get through where it throws that Lua error a million times any minute now. Yep, there it goes. The Growth Manager Lua. I have to figure that one out or we're not going to get anywhere. Compare number with nil. Hmm. No clue, but it's killing the synchronizing. So I think I'm going to call that my day and let you guys go, and we'll be back on Sunday, hopefully with some progress on that, because it is way longer than I wanted to be here tonight. I got to work tomorrow. So thanks guys for watching. We will get through it. It's just one of those things, you know. New mod. I don't know why our growth manager Lua on line 309, it's a reset spray and minimum state, max fertilizer state, then modifier equals spray state modifier. It's going to be interesting to see. See, there's setting world coordinates with world height, world. I hope that it doesn't have anything to do with the 4x map or anything. But it's something about setting the fertilizer states right here in that at line 309. It's throwing a Lua error. It's apparently this, it's trying to match a number with nil. So max fertilizer state. If min state is less than max fertilizer state. Yeah, something right there. I will have to check. All right, folks, we'll get it done. We'll figure it out. We'll see if we can find out anything about the season's growth manager Lua file as well and see if we can fix that. Until next time, we'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching. I will be back on Sunday. And we'll hopefully have a global company script by then. Good night, everybody.